All right, so now what I want to do is I've got C++ builder here. I've got rocket ship Delta loaded up in it. I'm going to deploy to each of the target platforms, just so you can see all of the platforms being deployed. I got my Nexus 7 here, and I got my iPad right next to it. So I'm gonna load up here the Nexus 7. I'm gonna deploy to the Nexus 7, and then right after that, I'm gonna deploy to the iPad, and then I'll run a Win32, Win64, and then I'd like to deploy to the Mac OSX too, but I'll need to move the camera for that. So I'll set up the deploy, and then I'll move the camera over and show you the Mac OSX version on a big screen TV. I got a Mac Mini connected to that. So we're deploying to the Android device right now, and then we'll move on to those other platforms. Single code base, single UI, all platforms. And it's installing on Nexus 7 right now. All right, we've got it on the Nexus 7. I'm gonna play here real quick. I got the gyroscope on, moving around. Shooting some guys. Crashed into that guy. Oh, I need a bomb. Oh yeah, I got all those guys. One shot. See, that's why we have the magic bomb and the warp. So you can. This game is kind of difficult. All right. So now we're going to move on to the next platform. I'm going to go back out of this. I'm going to grab the iPad. Load that up. I'm going to deploy to the iPad. And it takes a minute here for it to deploy to the iPad, even though I've deployed it once already. Now it's deploying, like it's copying all the files, it's setting up all the icons, the splash screens. You can configure all those icons and splash screens yourself, have a custom icon on the iPad and the splash screen. You don't have to keep the FireMonkey flame logo. It's launching Rocket Ship Delta now, the IPA file. So now we've got Rocket Ship Delta loaded up on our iPad 2. And we are going to click play, move through the instructions, and I like the accelerometer, so I'm going to turn that on and move around. All right, shooting some guys, using the bomb, using the warp. All right, let's move away. Let's just keep away for a minute. Try not to get destroyed. I'm going to use the wormhole. There's some more guys. I'm going to use my bomb. And so using the accelerometer, move around. The accelerometer is really a good control mechanism for all of these games if you have it. For when you don't have it, you're using the keyboard or a mouse on the desktop machine. It works pretty good too, but on a mobile device, the accelerometer control is really where it's at. Points power up, missed it. And another one, try to get it here. Got that guy shot at me. I think this guy is upgraded, that's why he's following me. And so you can see the parallax in the background there. There's 3 separate screens. All right, I need a bomb. Oh yeah, I killed all those guys. All right, so there's a parallax, and you can see the separate screens here are 3 separate layers to the background. So that's what causes that effect. You can bring that parallax into some of the other games if you wanted. All right, so here's the high score screen. Bring up the keyboard here. Type my name in and move this way. Hit OK. And so now high score there. Continue main menu. So that is playing on the iPad 2. We're going to switch over to Win32. We're going to hit play. So this one I'm going to play with the keyboard, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Stretch out the gameplay area. You see C++ builder in the background. Play, continue. I'm going to use the keyboard in this one. And so, so this is an interesting effect. You can see that on this width of screen, it really doesn't offer a very large play area. This game is mainly designed for mobile devices where you can scroll all the way. All right, so I'm gonna hit this wormhole, and I'm gonna use the bomb with X key, and then the C key does the warp. So I'm gonna warp all over the place, get this guy level complete. All right, now I'm gonna switch over to Windows 64, compile it for that. And I'm gonna hit play, continue, and then I'm gonna play this one with the mouse. Move around, crash into that guy. Much harder to use. All right, I'm use the fire from the keyboard while I move around with the mouse. That's just too difficult. All right, this guy's shooting at me. He probably upgraded. He probably captured one of these guys here at the bottom. These guys are at the bottom. This is the planet I'm supposed to be defending. So at the end of each level on both sides, you have the plasma fence. Use a bomb here. Got all those guys. You have the plasma fence, which keeps me from moving outside the gameplay area there. You can see the bombs, how many bombs I have over here, how many lives, my health, the points, and all the different. Over here is the milliseconds, how long each game loop takes. So that's 64. And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to deploy to the Mac.